The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Be sure to catch live online streaming of every Davis County baseball game right here on ottumwaradio.com. Previous games can be viewed on demand at ottumwaradiosports.com. Now, let's head down to the field for Mustang baseball. Here's Ellis Kojo.
Here at Albia, site of a doubleheader between Davis County versus the Blue Demons of Albia. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo, along with our producer Corey Finch, joining you in what looks to be a brisk and windy day and night here in Albia, as we will have a doubleheader in store for you. Davis County coming off a thrilling extra inning win against Clark on Wednesday. And now they're looking to extend their winning streak to 2, possibly 3 if they can take both games of this doubleheader. Davis County 1-0 versus Albia. It's just 6 days after they met. And Trevor Slayton threw himself a gem, a 2-hit shutout, as they prevailed over the Blue Demons of Albia by the final score of 2-0. You are listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. Coming up next, we'll preview this game and go over more of what Davis County did to beat Clark on Wednesday. That was a fun game to call. It was a fun game to watch. You're watching Davis County baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Albia, the site of a doubleheader. We're going to go for 2 here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. Great to have you with us. Ellis Kojo, along with Corey Finch, our producer. Albia comes in with a record of 2-11, 2-8 in the South Central Conference. They're on a 3-game losing streak, and they have dropped 7 of their last 8. Davis County, with their win versus Clark, are now 5-5 on the season, 3-3 in the South Central Conference. And that win over Clark snapped a 4-game losing streak. They had a tough go of it, as they had a rough part of their schedule, that Burlington tournament and also that doubleheader versus Centerville. So that led to their 4 straight losses. So both teams have finished warming up, and let's get right into the Pulaski Lumber starting lineups. If you're starting a project around the house, make sure and check with Chris and the team first for all your building and hardware needs. First, for the visiting team, Davis County, they're wearing their maroon tops with white pants with the white caps and the maroon brims. Owen Bennett leads things off. He's in right field. Batting second and at shortstop is Trevor Slayton. Kate Tharp is behind the plate catching. He bats third. Batting fourth and at third base is Noah Smolik. Batting fifth and at second base is Draven DeCry. Caden Hill is on the hill. He'll be the pitcher. He bats sixth. Batting seventh is Isaac Kramer. He'll be the DH. Logan Hale's at first base, batting eighth. And batting ninth and in center field is Garl Norman. So again, for Davis County, Bennett in right, Slayton at short, Tharp is catching, Smolik at third, DeCry at second, Hill is pitching, Kramer is the DH, Hale is at first, and Norman is in center. Incidentally, the DH Kramer will be batting for Nathan Smolik, who will be the left fielder for Davis County here in game number 1. And as I just told you, Albia with a 2-11 record, 2-8 in South Central Conference play, coming off a 16-5 loss to PCM yesterday. And head coach Rob D'Amato has them lined up like this. Hunter DeMoss leads off. He's at shortstop. Batting second and in right field is Nathaniel Wynn. Ashton Brand's in left field. He bats third. Batting fourth and at third base is Luke Bossard. In center field is Gage Wilson, and he bats fifth. Batting sixth and behind the plate catching is Barrett Bonnet. Jamison Robertson is at second base. He bats seventh. Batting eighth is Eli Smith. He'll be the DH. He is batting for the pitcher, Edison Goodlow. And batting ninth and in right field is Jaden Eugen. So again for Albia, DeMoss at short, Wynn in right, Brandon left. Bossard at third, Wilson at center, Bonnet is catching. Robertson at second, Smith is a DH, and Eugen is in right. You see head coach Todd White as well as Rob D'Amato exchanging lineup cards and going over the ground rules for this field here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. We'll take a break and come back to give you a couple of last things to think about before this game begins. Albia versus Davis County, the first of two from here at the Monroe County Sports Complex, and it's coming up next on the Tummel Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Monroe County Sports Complex. Davis County versus Albia, the first of a doubleheader coming up in just a few moments here. In Albia, Davis County wearing their maroon tops with white pants. Albia in all white. Good-looking, classy jerseys, actually, for Albia. And so, actually, both teams finished their warm-ups rather quickly. The first pitch is scheduled for 5:30. However, it is 5:16, and that is and so I don't know if we're going to wait until 5:30 or if we're going to start early or what's going on. But everybody just seems to be milling about right now, so it gives us a chance to tell you about Davis County's win versus Clark a couple days ago back in Osceola. Clark had a 2-0 lead, and they scored an unearned run both in the second and the third innings to get a couple runs across. And then they held that lead until Davis County scratched across a run in the sixth to make it 2-1. And then at the top of the seventh inning, Logan Hale was set to bat. And instead of batting, Hale, head coach Todd White decided to go with Isaac Kramer, his first at-bat of the season. And would you know it, he hit a solo homer to tie the game. Davis County took the game to extra innings after holding off Clark at the bottom of the seventh. And then they happened to push across 4 runs to – they were able to push across 4 runs, and they were able to prevail over Clark 6-2. So that is how this stage is set. That clutch win by Davis County snapped their 4-game losing streak as they are now 5-5 on the season. Still looking to make up the rain that Mother Nature washed away. And so they're announcing the Davis County lineup. So Albia when you look at their team, they're having a rough go of it. 2-11 on the season, 2-8 in South Central Conference play. They lost 3 straight, and they have dropped 7 of 8. And really, when you look at the numbers, and I told you this when they met 6 days ago in Bloomfield, and things haven't gotten much better for them, is that they haven't been able to swing the bats. 207 is their batting average, and they have not been able to really get much offense going. So that's that is Davis County's lineup being announced. A small crowd here. There's a threat of rain here in Albia, starting at 6 and pretty much going through the rest of the day. And it's a blustery day too. A brisk wind blowing in from center field, and sometimes it crosses over and goes from right to left. So now Albia in their all-white uniforms are being introduced. So it will be a doubleheader today for Davis County versus Albia to wrap up the week, and then on Monday they'll have another doubleheader at home versus Clark. Actually, the game Wednesday versus Clark was a makeup game from earlier this season, and then probably the most arduous road trip that in my short time here that I've been a part of. Wednesday, they'll be in Mount Pleasant for one game. They'll have a single game in Sheridan on Thursday, a single game in Keokuk a week from today on Friday, a day off Saturday, and then it'll be time to head to Busch Stadium for Davis County's game versus Fairfield. All right, we'll take a timeout for the national anthem. When we come back, the first pitch between Davis County and Albia on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The starting lineups were announced, and a couple of man hugs given out by Ensign Goodlow, his catcher, and his first baseman. And we're just about ready for baseball from here in Albia. Great to have you with us, the first of 2 in this doubleheader, as Owen Bennett gets set to head to the left-hander's box. He'll face the left-hander Edson Goodlow, tall, lanky junior. It will be Bennett, Slayton, and Tharp to lead things off for Davis County. So what we're looking for is for Davis County hopefully to get off to a good start. And I imagine, and I'm only guessing because I haven't talked to Coach Todd White about Game 2 yet, but I imagine that with Hill starting Game 1, I bet you that Trevor Slayton will be slated to start Game 2. He hasn't pitched since Monday. So Goodlow has one more toss left to throw, and then it'll be game time from here in Albia. You probably hear the wind whipping through my mic, and that's about the conditions here. Might be difficult for baseball as well. So Owen Bennett strides in as we were just getting ready to get started from here in Davis County. And the first pitch is a fastball that is over but low for ball one. Oh, for strike one, I should say. And the 0-1 for Goodlow is cut on and missed for strike two. Goodlow comes in today's game. This is his 6th appearance. He is 0-1 on the season. There's a curveball grounded up the middle, and there's a base hit on an 0-2 pitch for Owen Bennett. So probably too fat of an 0-2 pitch from Goodlow. Bennett takes advantage, and the leadoff base knock is the way we start things here in Albia. Now Trevor Slayton comes up. His batting average well over the 500 mark. First pitch to him is popped up. Foul territory, and that gets out of play to the right side. Brand in left, Wilson in center. Wynn is in right for the Blue Demons. Goodlow gets a fresh baseball, gets back on top of the mound, and comes set and comes home with the 0-1. Curveball is popped up out of play, so now it is no balls and 2 strikes. First pitch was ahead of schedule. It was at 5:22 p.m. First pitch was scheduled for 5:30, but both teams were raring to go. That's another foul ball, keeping the count at 0-2. Give me a second, I can get you your game time temperature. But let's focus on the 0-2. It's grounded to second. Robertson goes to second for 1. The throw to first, it's not in time, so it would be a force out. So Slayton's safe at first on the fielder's choice. Bennett is out at second. 1 out in the inning, and here comes Kate Tharp. So now Kate Tharp is the batter. In case you're wondering, 69 degrees is the temperature at first pitch. Although with the wind whipping around, it feels a lot cooler than that. Here's the first pitch to Tharp. That's pop foul behind us and out of play. Kay Tharp is still looking for his first hit of the season. You know the story, but I'll review it anyway. Opening game, he went 0 for 3, and then due to a disciplinary issue, he sat the last 8 games. He returned back to the lineup on Wednesday, but went 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. And now the 0-1 is a curveball right down the middle for strike 2. And now the 0-2, fastball inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's gonna be a bit of a difficulty to see the umpire's strike call. He is very, very subtle with it. And the 1-2, that's hit the other way, foul. Keeping the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trevor Slayton leads off at first base. Waiting on deck is Noah Smolik. 1 out in the inning. Just getting started here in the top of the first. Tharp looks at strike 3. It was a curveball. He got caught looking, and he is out number 2. Now Noah Smolik climbs in. Runner goes. The first pitch is a strike, and the throw is not in time. So Slayton steals second, and he gets himself in scoring position. Now Smolik. He's a collision corner cleanup hitter, by the way. If you need a cleanup your vehicle, take it to John and his team for a complete detail. Goodlow with a long look into Smolik. Now straightens up and comes home with the 0-1, and it's a strike on the outside corner, making it Well, I guess the scoreboard says 1-1.
In every game, you got to get used to the official. But every game of baseball and soccer, really getting used to the call and how the official.
And now Zmolik looks at ball 1, making it count 1-2.
Absolutely. Just for the drama.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Noah Smolik, and the next one to him is a curveball, but that stays high, evening the count at 2-2. A brisk win right in our faces.
Just underway here, doubleheader tonight.
Noah Smolik's jersey whipping in the wind. And now the 2-2 pitch is a fastball high, and now the count is full. Draven DeCry waits on deck. Davis County's second baseman. Slayton takes his lead from second. And now the payoff pitch to Smolik. It's chopped foul to the third base side, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Make the count full.
Davis County looking to actually get over the 500 mark, both overall and in South Central Conference play. And now another 3-2 pitch coming to Smolik, and he slaps that one to the right side, drifting over, and making the catch is Wynn, the right fielder, and that will do it for Davis County. Nothing doing for the Mustangs in the top of the first. Albia will bat in the bottom of the first when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Turn to bat here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. First of 2 in a doubleheader between Davis County and Albia. And Caden Hill is on the mound for the Mustangs. This is Caden Hill's 4th appearance of the season. He is 1-0 over 9 innings pitched. Has a 4.67 earned run average. 7 walks, 8 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .222 against him. He faces an Albia team that, as I told you at the top of the broadcast, have had trouble putting the bat on the ball. They have a .207 batting average as a team coming into tonight's game. They'll look to change their fortunes against Davis County right-hander, and Hunter DeMoss strides to the mound to try to reverse their fortunes. Hunter DeMoss batting .226 on the season with 3 runs batted in. And Caden Hill's ready for the first pitch, and he throws that fastball low for ball 1. Nathan Smolik is in left field. Norman is in center. Owen Bennett is in right field. The 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0. Noah Smolik is at third. Slayton's at short. DeCry is at second. Hale's at first, and Kay Tharp is behind the plate. And a 2-0. Off-speed pitch is over the inside corner for strike 1. You hear fastball count. 2-0 is definitely a fastball count, but he threw something off-speed to throw DeMoss off, and now the 2-1. Hit on the ground up the middle. DeCry scoops, and he throws to first, and Hale could not quite handle the throw, and DeMoss is safe at first.
Yeah, that is going to be E3, but heck of a play there by the second baseman.
So DeCry made a good play to get to it, made a throw, but Hale was not able to catch it, and it will be scored as an E3 against Hale. So now here's Nathaniel Wynn, the right fielder. And the first pitch to him is fouled away. Wynn batting .225, according to Quick Stats, with 5 runs batted in. And now the 0-1 is a fastball that is off the plate outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. K. Tharp is the first time he's been catching, as he was a regular third baseman last year, and now the pitch, actually the throw to first, and DeMoss is back safely. But Tharp now behind the plate, and you figure with any batter that has questionable hitting skills, he'll bat for them as well, and that's a pitch inside, making the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Tharp actually batted for Caleb Wagler, who threw himself a wonderful ball game and ended up getting the win despite being down 2-0. That's a swing and a miss, making it 2-2. Runner at first with nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Hill throws the first, and back safely is DeMoss. The first inning is brought to you by Dixon's Mattress Outlet. Think of them first to get a great night's sleep. Call Darren today. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wynn, and the next pitch is a curveball that is outside, and the count now is full at 3-2. We're in the middle of June, and just like Wednesday, this figures to be a chilly night. Fastball high and inside, ball 4. So an error, a walk, has runners at first and second with nobody out. Ashton Brand now is the batter. Under the 200 mark coming in, and their first pitch is hit in the air, foul territory on the right side. Bennett gives it a look, but it bounces foul just short of the fence. Ashton Brand batting .189 on the season with 6 runs batted in. Hill comes set and comes home with the 0-1. That's a fastball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hill now comes home with the 1-1. Hit on the ground to third. Zamolek tries to throw to second, and he does for the force out. He almost got caught. He wanted to tag DeMoss as he was heading his way to third, but Zamolek was able to correct himself and then throw out Wynn at second to at least get 1 out. And now runners are at the corners. So Brand is safe at first on the fielder's choice. And Luke Bossard, the cleanup hitter, is the batter. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. That was a nice pitch. I tied him up inside, making it count 0 balls, 1 strike. Bossard, leading hitter for Albia at .346 on the season. And now Hill comes home with the 0-1. Over but low, 1 ball, 1 strike. And now, on the 1-1 pitch, Davis County can get out of this with a double play. The pitch popped up, foul territory, and that gets behind us out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hill does not have a strikeout yet today, and he could use a strikeout here. A pop-out will work as well to try to keep that runner stranded at third. Another 1-2. Strike 3 called. A good fastball on the inside corner. Bossard was frozen. 2 outs. Strikeouts are brought to you by Keith's Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keith's Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Gage Wilson bats with 2 outs. And he lines it up the middle for a base hit, and that will make it 1-0 Albia. A run-scoring single by Gage Wilson on the first pitch that he saw. Scoring is DeMoss to open the scoring. Brand stopped at second on the single. So here's Barrett Bonnet. And Albia did something they weren't able to do against Davis County 6 days ago. They scored a run. And the first pitch is a fastball right there for strike 1. Barrett Bonnet just 1 hit and 9 at-bats according to Quick Stats. That's a 111 average. And the 0-1 curveball is a strike, making it 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, Bonnet takes ball 1. Ashton Brand leads off from second. Gage Wilson, who had an RBI single, takes a sleep from first. And a 1-2. Hit on the ground to third. Noah Smolik throws the long way to first, and he makes the play. But Albia does score a run on a hit. 1 error with 2 left, and at the end of 1, Albia 1, Davis County nothing on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Albia has the early lead, 1-0 over Davis County as we head to the top of the second. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Mustangs, starting with Draven DeCry, the second baseman for the Mustangs. DeCry was 1 for 3 in Wednesday's game versus Clark. He had a walk and also a stolen base and a run scored. Edison Goodlow with his second inning of work. The first pitch is popped up in the infield. Drifting over is Eugen, the first baseman, and he makes the catch. The wind played tricks with that pop-up. It started off in fair territory and then drifted over into foul ground, and Eugen was able to stay with it and secure the catch in foul territory. That brings up Caden Hill, the pitcher for Davis County, batting for himself. Normally the catcher, but he has been tasked with being the starting pitcher in game 1 of this doubleheader, and the first pitch is fouled away to the right side. Isaac Kramer, the DH, yesterday's hero, we'll get into that when he comes up, is waiting on deck. The 0-1. Fastball off the plate inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hill was at the plate when something crazy happened in the top of the 6th back in Clark. The 1-1 pitch is chopped up the middle. Robertson takes a good hop, throws it to first, but is not in time. We'll give that one an infield single. You don't know if it was the ground or the wind or something did something to that ball to force it to bounce. Speaking of bounces, remember that bounce that Trevor Slayton had in hit number 1 versus Clark? Caden Glosser is a courtesy runner coming in for Hill. But let me try to unpack my thoughts one thought at a time. Isaac Kramer is the batter. He's the DH. This is his second at-bat of the season. His first at-bat was probably the most epic you could think of. He scores the bunt. He takes the ball. The runner goes, and Glosser's safe. It gets past the second baseman, Robertson, and Glosser will head to third. He slides, and he's safe. So an E2 on the throw. And it'll be a two-base error as Glosser now stands at third, and now with one out, Davis County has some options on how to get that run in from third. So just to complete my thought on Kramer, this is his second at-bat of the season. His first at-bat was back in Clark, top of the 7th inning, leading off. They were down 2-1. He had a solo shot as he takes the ball to tie the game at 2, and Davis County went on to win it in extra innings. So he had one at-bat. He has a homer. If I were him, I'd just not swing anymore. That pitch is upstairs, making it 3-0. That had to feel good for Kramer, considering he had to sit out 8 games due to a disciplinary issue. In his first at-bat, he jumped ship. The 3-0 pitch is a fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. So Kramer, the hero from Wednesday, now has to count at 3 balls, 1 strike, and the next one to him is slap foul, and now the count is full. So that's a good low. Climbs back on top of the hill, and the lanky left-hander is ready, and he goes into the windup with the man at third, and the pitch to Kramer is fouled back. Kramer fought that one off, and he'll look at another pitch with a count at 3-2. Logan Hale waits on deck for the Mustangs. They trail 1-0 here in the top of the second. First of 2 here at a darkening Monroe County Sports Complex. And the payoff pitch is again fouled away. So we got ourselves a bit of a battle between Kramer and Goodlow. And another payoff pitch is hit on a line, and that is foul. Isaac Kramer hit a homer in his first at-bat, was looking for homer number 2 in his second at-bat. Another 3-2 pitch to Kramer. Curveball is high, and Kramer walks. Goodlow slapped his glove as that pitch got away from him. And now runners are at the corners for Davis County with 1 out. And now here's Logan Hale, the man they call Logie, who will look to tie this game or, with an extra base hit, perhaps give Davis County the lead. Hale does not have an extra base hit as of yet. This would be a great time to get his first one. First pitch gets inside. It's a wild pitch, and coming home with the tying run is Glosser, and we are tied at 1. So Glosser scores on the wild pitch. And that is really what Davis County took advantage of against Clark. They scored 6 runs in their win versus the Indians on Wednesday. 4 of them came with a man at third, and they scored on a wild pitch. The 1-0. He didn't want to, but it was a half-hearted swing, and he swings through the off-speed pitch to make it 1-1. To say Hale was tied up there would be an understatement. And now the 1-1. Curveball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goodlow starting to lose his the strike zone. He was pretty good in inning number 1, but has run into trouble here in the second frame. Here's the 2-1. Fastball outside. Goodlow already walked Isaac Kramer a batter ago. Now he's in danger of walking 2 straight, as Hale has counted his favor at 3-1. He can wait to see a pitch, see if it's somewhere he likes it. That one's low and inside. Making it ball 4. And now runners are at first and second with just 1 out. We're tied at 1. thanks to Caden Hill singling, and then giving way to Caden Glosser, who stole a base, advanced on an error, and then scored on a wild pitch. Here's Garl Norman, the 9th place hitter. Pitch inside by a hair, I guess, and now the count is 1-0.
But with Beth, I learned today in our conversation Classic Cafe that
And now the 1-0 to Norman.
mosquitoes and bugs and
That is a major league pop-up in the infield, and it's caught by Eugen. And we'll say that's in foul territory for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, and Owen Bennett. And Bennett started off the game with a single up the middle, and he looks at a ball. Goodlow had an 0-2 count on Bennett, but Owen was able to take advantage of an 0-2 mistake and ground a single up the middle. He cuts and misses. Had a pitch up by his neck, and now the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. This will be pitch number 40 by my unofficial count for Goodlow, and here it comes. Fastball off the plate. Nope, they call that a strike, and it's 1-2. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And the pitch to Bennett is foul tipped into the glove of Bonnet, and that will do it. But Davis County does tie the score with a run on a hit, an error, and 2 men left on base. And as we head to the bottom of the second, we are even at 1 here in Albia on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Albia. Davis County tied it up in the top of the second. It's a 1-1 ball game here in game 1 of our doubleheader at the Monroe County Sports Complex. Caden Hill back on the bump for his second inning of work. He'll face the bottom third of the Albia batting order, starting Jamison Robertson. There's a lot of Albia players that have dignified names. You have Edson Goodlow, Jamison Robertson. I feel like they should be playing in tuxes. And here's the first pitch coming to Robertson from Hill. Off-speed pitch. Got it on his hands, and he fouled it away. Made the joke about Edson Goodlow last year, where he sounded like a lawyer. Later on, somebody told me that his dad is a lawyer, which is one of the most unintentionally funny jokes I've ever made. A 1 pitch is fouled away back towards us, making it no balls and 2 strikes. Robertson batting .236 on the season. He has 3 runs knocked in. And now the 0-2 from Hill. Curveball, strike 3 called, and Robertson was frozen. You have to wonder what goes through a batter's head when you see that big looping curveball and you are absolutely paralyzed. Second strikeout for Hill, and now here's Eli Smith, the DH. Smith fouls that first one away. He fouled that towards the Albia dugout, and one of the players from Albia says, no, hit it that way, and he pointed towards fair territory. Good sense of humor with these Blue Demons. The 0-1. That slap foul over towards the Albia dugout again. No balls, 2 strikes. Smith is going to get plenty of guff if he can't keep this one fair. And now the 0-2. Curveball's in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Albia scored an unearned run in the first. Gage Wilson with an RBI single. Davis County answered with Caden Glosser scoring on a wild pitch. Fastball in the dirt, evening the count at 2-2. Jaden Eugen waits on deck for Albia as the Blue Demons looking to snap a 3-game losing streak and try to get things turned around in their season. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's 2 straight strikeouts for Caden Hill. So the base is loaded, base is empty with 2 outs, and here's Jaden Hugan. Jaden Hugan, a left-hander, looks out to Hill, who winds and comes home with the first pitch, and that's hit up the middle towards Slayton. He gets a good hop, and it's thrown to first in time for the out. Albia goes down 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the third. We're tied at 1 here in Albia on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa. Do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the third rolls in for Davis County. It is Trevor Slayton leading things off. He faces Edison Goodlow, and the first pitch from Goodlow is a fastball right down easy street for strike 1. Slayton reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base, but ended up getting stranded at second back in the first inning. The 0-1 is a fastball off the plate inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The second inning was brought to you by Pursuit Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. And the 1-1 is a fastball down low, making it count 2-1. One identifying characteristic I remember about Goodlow last year was that long just mane of hair that flowed from the back of his cap. That's a fastball inside I should say, and the count now is 3-1. His hair is drastically shorter. Don't know how much shorter, considering he's got a cap on top of his head, but definitely not the long flowing locks he had last season. And the 3-1 from Goodlow is taken for a ball inside, and Slayton walks. Walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on a Polaris Ranger or ATV. Enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. So leadoff walk, moves the line to Kate Tharp. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a strike, and Slayton is safe. He has his second stolen base of game 1. Now a runner at second, nobody out in the inning, and Tharp, being a good teammate, took a pitch, allowed Slayton to steal second, and now Tharp will look to knock him in. And a pitch. That's hit in the air foul territory, first base side. Hugan gives it a look, and he won't be able to track down that one. Hugan's made some good plays on high pop flies, and given how windy it is now, that's not an easy venture. But that was just out of his reach for strike 2. Tharp struck out looking his first time up, and Goodlow has him set up at no balls and 2 strikes.
Looks back at the base runner. Slayton gets a nice lead to second.
And now he steps off. Some mind games being played between Slayton and Goodlow. Now Goodlow kicks and deals. Curveball. And Tharp waited on it. He pops it foul to the first base side, and that will just get over the fence out of play. You could really see Tharp wait on that curveball. He was expecting it because that's what he struck out on in the first inning, and he was able to fight it off. And he took a tiny hop after he came in contact with the ball, saying, please get out of play and let me see another pitch. And his baseball prayer was answered. Here's the 0-2. Another curveball, but that one is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tharp, let's keep in mind, Tharp had a monster 2018 season. The 1-2. Hit on a line out to left field for a base hit. Slayton will stop at third, and it will be runners at the corners with nobody out. That is the first hit of the season for Cade Tharp. And that moves the line to Noah Smolek. And we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Tharp. It'll be Clay Collier.
A lot of conversations and kind of miss seeing these conversations get on the air. Carson.
Barrett Bonnet coming out to talk to Goodlow. And now their conversation is over, so he'll head back behind the plate. Some players starting to stir with Albia. Looks like maybe somebody might be warming up for the Blue Demons. Goodlow comes home with the first pitch. It's hit out deep to left field, and it will be caught by Brand. Tagging is Slayton, and he will score easily as Davis County has their first lead of the game. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Noah Smolek, making it 2-1 Mustangs. And that's really all you need to do. Get the ball in play. Get that run in, and get your team to lead. So now that brings up Draven DeCry as the Albia bullpen starts to stir to our right.
Big Blue, happy Father's Day to all. The call's listening at home.
Goodlow with a long wait, and now DeCry calls timeout at the plate. DeCry, if you've noticed, has been very aggressive early in the count. And there's a swing and a miss on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Collier, the courtesy runner for Tharp, leads off from first. And the 0-1, they call a balk. They called a balk on Goodlow because he came set and then flinched. And so now Collier will take second. So the balk advances Collier to second. No pitch. So the count is still 0-1. And the pitch. Hit on the line, but foul. Wide of third base. No balls, 2 strikes. Robbie D'Amato, head coach of Albia, strides out to the mound, and he'll have some words to say to Goodlow, and we'll see if that will do it for his lanky left-hander. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors for Davis County. 1 run on 2 hits and 1 error for Albia. That was a quick conversation between Coach D'Amato and Goodlow. So now the 0-2 pitch coming to DeCry. Curveball, outside corner, strike 3 called. And there's really nothing you could do but take that pitch. And that was just a perfect pitch from Goodlow. So now Caden Hill's up with 2 outs in the inning.
2 away here. 2-1 ball game. Here comes another.
Hill looks at a curveball, but that one's wide. And now a delayed steal, and he is safe. Collier stole that one off Bonnet. Collier waited for Bonnet to catch the ball, and then when Bonnet kind of wound his arm to throw it back to Goodlow, he took off, never retreated a second, and was able to get ahead of Bonnet's throw. Good base running by Collier. And the 2-1 is, it hit Collier in foul territory, so it's a foul ball, and good thing Collier was in foul territory. If that hit him in fair territory, he would have been out. Ouch. Home plate umpire is going to come out and take a fresh ball to Edison Goodlow to make sure that Collier's okay. And head coach Todd White's right there, and he's just making sure that his guy's okay. Gives him a couple taps on top of his head, and we're good to go. Runner at third, 2 outs. 1-1 is the count to Caden Hill. A run in. Davis County leads it 2-1 here in the top of the third. The pitch, curveball, over but low. And now it is 2 balls and 1 strike. Collective groan here from the Albia people here in the press box. Another curveball. That one's fouled away, evening the count at 2-2. Hill reached on a single. He gave way to a courtesy runner back in the second, and Gloucester came around to score on a wild pitch. The next one to him is cut on and missed. It's dropped by the catcher Bonnet. The lob throw to first is in time, and that will do it for Davis County. But the Mustangs do score a run on a hit. No errors with the man left. And as we head to the bottom of the third, it's Davis County 2, Albia 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs, too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today, 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Albia. Davis County has taken the lead thanks to a run that they pushed across in the top of the third. Here in the bottom of the third, Albia will bat. And they'll send at the top of the lineup to face Caden Hill. Third inning is brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for all your top quality. Black dirt, fill sand, fill dirt. And let me start that again. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel needs. Hunter DeMoss reached on an error and later came around to score. It gave Albia a 1-0 lead in the first, but Davis County scored a run in the second to tie it and a run in the third to take the lead. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. And now the 1-0. Fastball low and in the dirt, making the ball 2 balls and no strikes. Sky is starting to brighten up a bit here at the Monroe County Sports Complex, and there's a strike on the fastball right down central. The 2-1. Hit in the air, left center field, and it will be Nathan Smolik to make the catch. So that's the first out of the inning, and that'll move the line to Nathaniel Wynn. So Wynn reached on a walk and was cut down on a force play. Curveball, strike one from Hill. Ashton Brown waits on deck for Albia. The 0-1. Another curveball. That one's chopped to third. Noah Smolik dropped it, and he won't be able to throw him out. And that'll be an E5. Smolik did a good job ranging to his left to get to it. But once he dropped it, he lost his chance to throw out Wynn, and it'll be an error charged to Smolik. And now Ashton Brand is up, and the first pitch is hit on the ground and over. Slayton, it took a bad hop, and that will be a single for Brand. That is a fortuitous hop for Brand. And now Luke Bossard is up. Now Albia is threatening to perhaps tie this game. Fastball high and inside for ball one. Runners at first and second, one out in the inning. And if you back Albia, this is what you want, your best hitter with runners on. The 1-0 is hit in the air to right field. Going back is Bennett, and it goes over his head and up against the wall. Wynn rounding third, he will score, and it's just a long single for Bossard to tie the game at 2.
Nice piece of hitting. Took it the other way, Dan. Took that fastball on the outside and just drove it over the right fielder's head.
That wind really just took off, and that really drove it over the head of Bennett. So now here's Gage Wilson. And the first pitch to him is a fastball down low for ball one. 2 straight hits for Albia. Now 3 in the game for the Blue Demons. The 1-0 is a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Hill looking for the double play ball to get out of this inning, and the pitch. He reached for that one and fouled it back. Gage Wilson knocked in the first Albia run back in the first inning with a single. And now the Blue Demons have tied it up here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-2. Chop to third. He steps on the bag for one, and the throw to first, that is a double play. A 5-3 twin killing to get the Mustangs out of the inning. But the Blue Demons do score a run off 2 hits. 1 error with 1 man left, and we'll go to the top of the fourth. Tied at 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
2-2 is our score as we play in the top of the fourth inning. And the fourth inning is brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug. Stop in and see Milo and his team today, and don't forget they offer free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. Isaac Kramer leads things off. He walked his first time up. Edison Goodlow with the wind in the first pitch to Kramer, and it's cut on and missed.
Just keep it right there.
Goodlow in his fourth inning of work, and that pitch is popped up. That's going to stay in play. Eugen comes in and makes the catch near the Albia dugout on the first base side for the first out. That brings up Logan Hale, who walked his first time up. Goodlow throws that one a bit low and also maybe off the plate to make it 1 ball, no strikes. Garl Norman waits on deck for the Mustangs. Here's the wind and the 1-0. Curveball. And that is just off the inside corner to make it 2-0. And the next one to Hale. Fastball taken, waist high for strike 1. Hale fouls away the 2-1 pitch to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base is empty, 1 out, top of the fourth. Davis County 2, Albia 2. Game 1 of our doubleheader from the Monroe County Sports Complex. The 2-2 pitch is a fly ball, short left center field, and coming on is Wilson, the center fielder, to make the catch. 2 outs in the inning, and Goodlow has settled in a bit. He's now set down 5 in a row. And now Garl Norman will bat for the Mustangs. Norman swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Norman popped out to the first baseman Eugen in foul territory, and there's no shame in that. He is one of 3 Mustangs to do that in this game. The 0-1, curveball inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bosser is at third, DeMoss is at short, Robertson is at second with Eugen at first. Bonnet behind the plate, and he catches ball 2 from Goodlow. And now the 2-1. Over but low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Base is empty, 2 outs. And the 3-1 pitch is caught on miss by Norman, and the count is full. Owen Bennett waits on deck if Norman can extend the inning. And the payoff pitch is taking off the plate, ball 4. Good take by Norman, and he will draw the walk. Walks are brought to you by Slane Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs. And enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Bennett swings and hits that in the air to left field, but that gets foul over towards the bullpen area. Bennett is 1 for 2, singled in the first and struck out swinging in the second. Top of the fourth, 2-2 is our score. And the pitch. Runner goes, but it's hit in the air, short. And it's the left fielder, the third baseman, Bosser, that makes the catch, and that will do it. A 2-out walk does not come around to score for Davis County, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Tied at 2 here in Albia on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Albia, where Davis County is knotted up with the Blue Demons. 2-2 is our score as we play in the bottom of the fourth. It's been a pretty well-pitched game between the two. And Hill will look to keep the Blue Demons at bay. And hopefully his bats can come around in the top of the fifth to get themselves a lead. A pretty briskly moving game on what is sure to turn out to be a brisk day here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. First batter is Barrett Bonnet, and he takes a fastball low for ball one. Bonnet grounded out to third his first time up. The 0-1 is to the first baseman Hale. He shovels it to Hill, and Hill wins the race to the bag for out number one. Score 3-1, and good hustle by Hill, getting over to the first base bag to take the toss from Hale. And now here's Jamison Robertson, who struck out looking his first time up. He is, as that ball comes in inside, he is one of 3 strikeout victims for Hill so far this early evening. The 1-0. Hit up the middle. Slayton can't get a glove on it, and it squeaks into center field for a base hit. So Robertson reaches. That is hit number 4 for the Blue Demons. Eli Smith is now the batter. Robertson takes his lead from first. And now a throw to first, and Robertson's back safely. Here's the first pitch from Hill. Runner goes, and it's hit into right field for a base hit. Bennett straightens up, throws the third, and in safely is Robertson. That is a perfect hit and run. Robertson took off on the pitch. DeCry left his second base position vacant to cover the second base bag, and Smith just put it right where DeCry wasn't. So now runners at the corners, 1 out as Albia looks to reclaim the lead. Both teams have had the lead in this game. Albia 1-0, Davis County 2-1. A bunt, and it goes up the third base line, but foul. That looked like that was a safety squeeze, not a suicide squeeze. Robertson wasn't running from third as Hill was coming home with the pitch, so Albia looking to push that go-ahead run across. Hill comes set, and now the 0-1, another bunt. It's up the third base line, and they have Robertson hung up, and he is tagged out at the plate. Good play by Smolek, fielding the bunt, running it towards Robinson, who was heading to home, and it was a well-executed play. 2 outs. So Jaden Hugan, he bats. That's chopped up the middle to Slayton, and he steps on first, and that is that. So Hunter DeMoss hits into a force out, and Davis County dodges out of trouble. We are still tied at 2 as we head to the top of the 5th on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We remain knotted up at 2 at the Monroe County Sports Complex. Top of the 5th, and heart of the order due up for Davis County. Slayton, Tharp, and Smolik, 2, 3, and 4. Goodlow throws strike 1 to Trevor Slayton, making it the count 0-1. Goodlow throws another one past Slayton, making the count no balls and 2 strikes. That last pitch by Goodlow, I have him at 76 pitches now. And now the 0-2. Fastball's in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slayton reached on a fielder's choice in the first and then walked in the third. He also has 2 stolen bases. This is the first of 2 between Davis County and Albia tonight. We'll have the nightcap immediately falling, well, not immediately falling, but after a short break. Another 1-2. That's a curveball that stays out high and outside, making the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Slayton has 3. Make that Davis County has 3 hits so far. And Slayton hits that high and deep to left field, but the wind is going to keep that one in the park. And Brand makes the catch. That is Mother Nature going against you in the worst of ways. Slayton has a smile on his face as he heads back to the third base dugout. He knew he had a hold of one. Now here's Kate Tharp. He looks at strike 1 on the inside corner. Tharp struck out looking in the first and then singled in the third. The 0-1, that was a good tailing fastball that was fouled out of play, making it 0-2. That had 2-seam movement to it. And the 0-2. Hit the other way, just foul. About 3 feet wide of the right field line. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Kay Tharp. Base is empty with 1 out. Davis County 2, Albia 2. And another 0-2 coming to Tharp. Fastball upstairs. Noah Smolik on deck. And now the 1-2. Curveball. That had quite a break on it, but it was just a shade high. And now it's 2-2. Edison Goodlow comes home with the next pitch. Another curveball, and it's hit on a line to second, and Robertson's there for the catch. And Kate Tharp lines out to the second baseman for the second out. And now Noah Smolik bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. Smolik drove in the second Davis County run to give them a 2-1 lead back in the third. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. It was a sacrifice fly that drove in Slayton. But Albia was able to tie it right back up at 2 with a run in the bottom of the third. The 1-0. Fastball low and inside, ball 2. 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors for Davis County. 2 runs on 5 hits and an error for Albia. That's fouled back. Smolik staying aggressive with the count 2-0. Fresh balls get thrown out to the umpire, and now we're ready. Here's the wind and the 2-1 from Goodlow. Fastball inside, and it was fouled off Smolik. That evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis County 5-5 on the season, 3-3 in South Central Conference play. They won 2 days ago to get up to the 500 mark, looking to eke over the break-even mark with a win here in Game 1, and that pitch is inside, and the count is full. Smolik popped out in the first, and he had that aforementioned sacrifice fly in the third, so he's 0 for 1. Chopped just foul the first base bag.
Yeah, he really likes the inside on Smolik.
And the count remains full. If Smolik can reach, Draven DeCry will bat here in the top of the 5th. And a 3-2. Over, but a bit low, I guess, and Smolik will walk. So a good at-bat by Smolik. Fouls off a couple tough pitches, takes a couple tough pitches, and we have a 2-out base runner for Davis County. And now here's Draven DeCry, the second baseman, 0 for 2 so far. The first pitch is hit in the air, center field, but Wilson drifts back to make the catch. A 2-out walk, but it turns out to be harmless, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. Davis County 2, Albia 2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neeps Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th rolls in. Davis County 2, Albia 2. Caden Hill pitched himself out of a tight situation. There was runners at the corners with 1 out, and he was able to, thanks to some good defense behind him, was able to get out of that jam and keep the score tied at 2. But Edison Goodlow matching him 0 for 0 since this game was tied in the 3rd inning. And now here's Nathaniel Wynn, the right fielder. I don't want to jinx it, but it seems like the wind has calmed down just a bit. And the first pitch to Wynn is a fastball that's high and tight for ball 1.
Bottom of the 5th inning, since peaking through the clouds a little bit. Dan, looks like some clearing off to the west. Yeah. That is encouraging. Yeah. Avoid the rain.
The 1 and the 1-0 from Hill. Outside off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Wynn, Brand, and Bossard, the 3 to face Hill in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-0. Oof, fastball inside, and they called that a strike to make it 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Hit in the air, foul territory, and that gets out behind us and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far, Hill has 3 strikeouts and also 1 walk. He waits on that one, Wynn does, and he flies it into foul territory. Hale leaps but can't quite get the glove on it. And Wynn stays alive. Hill hustled out there near the Albia bullpen to try to make the catch, but it wasn't able to do so. And so Wynn will live to see another pitch. And another 2-2 from Hill. Over but low, and now the count is full at 3-2. Any base runner at this stage of the game is dangerous. And the 3-2 pitch is driven to center, and here is Norman to make the catch. The center fielder secures it to make it 1 out.
Most any night out here, you're going to get that thing falling in and driven to the wall. But strong wind out in the southwest.
Now here's Ashton Brand, who is 1 for 2 so far today. Hit into a fielder's choice in the first and singled and ended up getting stranded in the third. First pitch is chopped to Slayton. He scoops it up, throws the first, 2 outs. And that's a 1 pitch out that is always welcome for a pitcher. And that will bring up Luke Bossard, the cleanup hitter. And there's the first pitch to Bossard, a curveball. Did that get a piece of him? No, I guess not. Somehow they didn't hit him, and now the count is 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is cut on and missed.
Remembering all the hours we spent out at the Welcome Home Soldier.
300 feet down both lines here at Albia's ball field. 1-1 pitch is another swing and a miss. Hill has Bossard set up at 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a sign out in center, but it's covered up by the Blue Demon banner, so don't quite remember how. And there's a swing and a miss to retire the side. So Albia goes down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 6th. Davis County 2, Albia 2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County and Albia tied at 2 here in Game 1 of our doubleheader as the Mustangs look to get over the 500 mark. 5-5 they come into tonight's game with a 3-3 mark in the South Central Conference play. Caden Hill will look to do something about undoing this tie as he leads off for the Mustangs here in the top of the 6th. Thanks to Randy, one of the people up here in the Albia press box, we found out that it's 375 down center field as that first pitch is fouled back. Edison Goodlow approaching 100 pitches. We have him at 91. And with someone warming up in the bullpen, if Goodlow gets in trouble here in the sixth, you figure that Coach Rob D'Amato will go to his bullpen. That pitch is grounded to Hugan at first. He does a good job staying down on it. He steps on the bag for the first out. Now Isaac Kramer, the DH, will stride in to face the left-hander Goodlow. The first pitch is a fastball on the inside corner for strike one.
Again, going the distance. That's just huge. You know, you don't have to weigh on that.
And the 0-1. That pitched behind him. Whew. That is, I just said an inning ago, you do not want any base runners at this stage of the game. And you especially don't want to give away a free one by hitting somebody. Now with a tight game like this. The 1-1. Hit on a line deep down left field, but that's foul.
Boy, you think about the evolution of Edison Goodlow.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Isaac Kramer. Goodlow pitching well. He came into tonight's game with an ERA of 10.50. Opponents were hitting 240 off him. Curveball is foul tipped at the plate, and Bonnet can't hang on to it. And so Kramer stays alive with the count 0-2. And the next one to Kramer is a pop-up, third base side, and Boster, the third baseman, makes a catch in fair territory for out number 2. Logan Hale now strides to the plate, and you figure with the pitch count where it is for Goodlow, I would not be surprised if this is his last inning, and he's looking to finish his outing out strong. Here's Logan Hale. Fastball inside corner, strike one.
He's found a rhythm on the mound here, predicting his last 3 innings of where he wants to go with his pitch.
Goodlow with the wind and the 0-1. Curveball is outside, ball 1. We have not had any scoring since the 3rd inning. And we are now knotted up at 2. As this is settled into a pitching duel between Goodlow and Hill. Low and inside, that gets away from Bonnet. And the on-deck hitter, Norman, will retrieve the ball. And now the 1-1 to Hale is high and outside for ball. Actually, that's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hale. And now Goodlow comes home with the next one. That's hit in the air to center, but that will be routine for Wilson, and that will do it for Davis County in the 6th. The Mustangs go down quietly in the top of the 6th. To the bottom of the inning we go. We're knotted up at 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Albia. Getting some playful ribbing from the Albia radio people.
It's not playful, brother.
It's jealousy. I'm actually hearing jealousy coming out of the Albia people. But we're knotted up at 2 in the bottom of the 6th. Caden Hill is getting set to start his 6th inning of work, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 3 while walking just 1. And give Hill credit. He's been really economical with his pitches. I have him at 52 so far. So pitch number 53 is popped up, foul behind us and out of play. Gage Wilson is the batter. He is 1 for 2. He has an RBI single. He actually accounted for the first Albia run as he singled into Moss. And he also hit into a double play to end the 3rd. The 0-1. Hit on the ground, just foul of the third base bag. That would have been a huge extra base hit for Wilson, but thankfully, if you're a Mustang fan, that went foul, and now the count is 0-2. Wilson, Bonnet, and Robertson will be the trio to face Hill. Curveball is hit on the ground to 3rd. Noah Smolik gobbles it up, throws the first. It's over the head of Hill. Wilson turns the corner, heads to 2nd, and he will stop there. It'll be an E5 against Smolik.
That will send Wilson down to second base. Now the go-ahead run just 180 feet away.
It looked like a routine grounder to me, so I thought that I'm discussing things with the official score here, and I think he saw things my way. It's an E5. It's a hit batter, as it was Bonnet trying to bunt it, and it hit him on the arm, so he will take first. And is Bonnet okay? That's what his head coach is wondering. Courtesy runner coming out for Albia.
No.
That is Chaz Fee. And now with a runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Another jam faced by Caden Hill. This being the bottom of the 6th, Albia gets a run across here. If they can keep Davis County off the board, then that will be the end of game number 1. So a huge sequence of events coming up here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. Robertson will bat at the end of this conference. He struck out looking in the 2nd, and he singled back in the 4th, and he ended up getting tagged out by the catcher Hill when he got caught up between home and 3rd on an attempted squeeze play. So Jamison Robertson settles in. And now the pitch is a bunt that he squares around for, but misses for ball 1. Davis County might be playing to cut down the runner at 3rd. So it looked like they had the wheel play going with Slayton going to 3rd. Another 1-0. He again squares the bunt, and he takes a strike. One ball, 1 strike to Robertson as the sun is now out, bathing the field in sunshine. The 1-1 from Hill. Swings away, drives it out to right field, but it drops for a base hit. Bennett with a strike from right. Throws it on the fly to Tharp, the catcher. But the bases are loaded with nobody out for Albia. So Eli Smith is the batter. And timeout called by Todd White. And that's going to do it, I believe, for Caden Hill, as that is his 2nd trip out to the mound. Looks like Kate Tharp's taking off his gear to probably give way to Hill. And we'll see who will be the next Davis County pitcher. I think it's Kate Tharp. But we'll take a break for the new pitcher. We'll tell you about the new Davis County hurler when we return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The new pitcher is Kate Tharp, and he will take the mound. And he'll have to pull a Houdini act out of his hat as the bases are loaded, nobody out here in a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 6th. And just a straight-up switch between Hill and Tharp. Hill will go from the mound to the plate, and Tharp will go from behind the plate to the mound. Tharp closed out Wednesday's win versus Clark. Needed just 12 pitches to get the last 2 batters of the game out, so he has no pitch restrictions whatsoever. When he's done with his warm-up tosses, he'll face Eli Smith, the designated hitter. So with this being the bottom of the 6th, and really you can't afford any runs to score. I would be surprised if Davis County didn't play their infield in. You figure they will. Hill finishing, putting on the catcher's gear. So now the spotlight is on Eli Smith of Albia. Gage Wilson reached on an error, on a throwing error. He advanced to second. Bonnet was hit by a pitch, and Robertson floated a single out to right field to load the bases. Davis County will play their infield in as they look to cut off the run at home plate. Eli Smith is 1 for 2. Strikeout in the second, single in the 4th. Here's the first pitch from Kate Tharp. It's over for strike 1. Huge at bat in this game. And Tharp with the 0-1, over but low. Actually, that was in the dirt. Even in the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Tharp's second appearance of the season. 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. We have been tied since the 3rd inning. Both teams have had the lead. Albia 1-0, Davis County 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Slap foul, and a couple of Albia players had to duck out of the way to avoid harm. I think Scott from the Bloomfield Democrat almost caught some of that action too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tharp looking for a strikeout. The pitch. Fastball inside, and now the count is full. No place to put him. Bases loaded, nobody out, and now the payoff pitch coming to Eli Smith. Here it comes. Hit in the air. Short center field. It drops for a hit. Norman tries to throw it home, but it's not in time. The throw to third is completed for a force out. It is going to be an RBI ground out for for Eli Smith. It's going to be an 8-2-5 putout. One out in the inning. Runners at first and second. Albia has the lead. It's 3-2. But what should have been an RBI single has turned out to be an RBI fielder's choice for Eli Smith. Now Jaden Eugen. And that's outside for ball one. Caden Hill went 5+ innings. 5 hits allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He was responsible for all 3 runners on base that were there when Tharp began his appearance. 1 came in, and there's a strike on the outside corner. So he'll allow 2 runs, none of them earned before that run scored. That's another earned run charge to Caden Hill. Let's see how the rest of this inning plays out. That pitch is on the outside corner. Goodness, that's strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Jaden Eugen. Davis County can get out of this with a double play. Timeout called as a ball got away from the bullpen of Albia, so they had to hustle to get that ball back. So now we're ready. One and two to count to Eugen. And the pitch for Tharp. He checked swing. He went around, and that is a strikeout for Tharp. A huge out number 2. All things considered, you don't want to give up any runs, but if you give up just 1, you keep hopes alive, and you'll probably face a different pitcher other than Goodlow. And the first pitch to DeMoss is a fastball right down Easy Street for strike 1.
Single in the center field, but Dan, it was hit high enough and looked like it might be caught, and that held the runners. But the bases loaded, and the Mustangs.
Runners at first and second, 2 outs. The 0-1 hit on the line, right to the cry for the catch, and that will do it. But Albia does score a run on a hit, 1 error with 2 left on base. Last chance coming up for Davis County. They need at least a run to keep this game going. So we'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Attention Southern Iowa. Do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
If you've been looking to take your nursing career to the next level, William Penn University is ready to help. With the RN to BSN program, you could have your degree in as little as 17 months. You'll find individualized attention from professors that care about your success. William Penn wants to see each and every student succeed in their education and life. That's why our advisors work with you to provide affordable tuition. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Last chance coming up for Davis County. Top of the 7th rolls in, and the Mustangs trail the Blue Demons by the score of 3-2. They'll face a new pitcher as Eli Smith takes the mound for Albia. The freshman, this will be his 5th appearance. He is 0-1 on the season. He has an ERA of 4.20. 6 walks, 3 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .214 against him. That high walk count really jumps out at you. 6 walks over 5 innings, so if Davis County can be patient, maybe they can mount a rally against Eli Smith. But Edison Goodlow, 101 pitches thrown. He went 6 innings, allowing 2 runs. 2 runs, both of them earned. And we'll give you the rest of Goodlow's line after his first pitch from Smith, which is taken inside corner for strike 1. They've been calling that, he's been calling that inside corner all day, that inside strike. And now the 0-1 to Norman. Fastball, strike 2. Davis County has not had a hit since the 3rd inning. And now the 0-2. Popped up. That is way up there on the infield. Bossard makes a diving catch for the first out. That was a major league pop-up off the bat of Norman, and Bossard did a good job settling under it and staying with it to make the catch. 1 out, back to the top of the order, and Owen Bennett. Bennett swings and misses for strike 1. Game 1 of our doubleheader going down to the very end. And the 0-1. Hit in the air, shallow left center field. It drops for a base hit. Bennett adopting the strategy of hit them where they ain't. Not the hardest hit ball, but good placement. Gets the tying run on base for Davis County, and now Rob D'Amato wants to talk to his pitcher, Smith. And that's going to do it for Smith. So we'll step away for a pitching change as Trevor Slate will look at a new pitcher when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Gage Wilson, the senior, is our new pitcher for the Blue Demons as they look to close this one out. Runner at first, 1 out, top of the 7th. Davis County trails 3-2. Bennett is aboard on first with a single, a 1-out single. And now here's Trevor Slayton to face Gage Wilson. Just his 4th appearance of the season. Runner goes, pitch is taken for a ball, and the ball was dropped by the second baseman Robertson, and Bennett has a stolen base. Just that difference between safe and out. That pitch was a ball, by the way. And now the tying run is in scoring position. Then a wild pitch gets away from Bennett, from Bonnet, I should say, and Bennett is at third. So just like that, the tying run's at third base, and the count is 2-0. Albia not bringing their infield in. Runner goes. It's a squeeze play, but it's bunted foul. That is the first strike on Slayton. That's something we saw them do against Clark. They executed a squeeze play versus the Indians. back on Wednesday, and with just one strike, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mustangs did it again. Bennett takes his lead from third. A 2-1 pitch coming from Wilson. He swings away. It's popped up, foul territory, first base side, but it just gets out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Slayton looking to get that tying run in from third by hook or by crook. Kate Tharp awaits on deck for the Mustangs.
3-2 Albia lead, runner at third base. 1 away, 2-2 count here.
Gage Wilson comes set, and the pitch. Fastball outside, and the count is full. You would think the walk's not the worst thing in this situation. Kate Tharp is a double play candidate. He hits the ball hard, and he doesn't run all that well either. And the payoff pitch is Slayton. High, ball 4. So Slayton stays patient, draws his second walk of the game. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Kate Tharp. And if you're a Davis County fan, you're looking for Kate Tharp to drive one into the outfield. The first pitch is a fastball high and outside, and Slayton steals second on the play, and that's a key steal as that takes the double play away. Now runners at second and third with 1 out, and a hit here can give Davis County the lead. The pitch, fastball high and outside, 2-0. Wilson, 2 2/3 innings pitched so far this season, a 5.25 ERA, and he has a record of 1-0. As I said, this is his 4th appearance of the season. The 2-0 to Tharp. Fastball, a bit inside, and it is 3-0. So now Tharp, I'll be surprised if he might have the green light, but he takes strike 1 inside. That was on the inside corner. So now they count 3-1, runners at second and third with 1 out. And the pitch to Tharp. Grounded to second. Robertson will just throw to first. The run scores. And that ties the game at 3. So an RBI ground out by Tharp. Slayton takes third on the play. 2 outs in the inning, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away for Davis County. Good situational hitting by Tharp. Smolik looks at a strike on the outside corner. Smolik does have an RBI in this game, a sacrifice fly that gave Davis County a 2-1 lead in the third. The 0-1, another strike, the same spot. A fastball on the outside corner. That had looks like it had cutter action on it. And that is outside for ball 1. So 1-2 to count now to Smolik. Davis County played an extra inning game 2 days ago. This is looking in the eye of free baseball and that's a strike 3 called on the inside corner. Smolik is frozen, and the inning is over. Davis County, however, does score a run on a hit. No errors with the man left. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Davis County needs to hold them. We're tied at 3 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County 3, Albia 3, as we play in the bottom of the 7th. Kate Tharp back on the mound. He came in relief of Caden Hill. Got the final 3 outs of the inning. The score was tied at 2. The bases were loaded with nobody out. He allowed a run-scoring fielder's choice, but then a strikeout and a line-out ended the Albia threat. Davis County's tied it in the top of the 7th, and now Tharp starts with a clean inning here in inning number 7, and that first pitch is high and tight for ball 1. Hunter DeMoss, Nathaniel Wynn is the batter. He pops that up. That's going to stay in play, and it's Bennett, the right fielder, drifting into foul territory to make the catch.
Right fielder, Dan, we saw him make a heck of a throw a little bit ago, and then over there near the Albia bullpen.
So now, Ashton Brand will come to bat. With the score tied at 3, 1 man out, and the base is empty. Ashton Brand is 1 for 3 so far. He looks at strike 1. That was a wicked curveball from Tharp. And the 0-1. That's a fastball high and tight. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Catcher now pitcher. He's got some velocity to his pitch.
Here's Tharp with the wind, and the 1-1 pitch comes home, and that fastball goes outside, making it count 2-1. This is the first of 2 from here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. Albia versus Davis County. Both teams looking for a win, and that pitch is chopped up the middle. It bounces away from Slayton, gets it to Cry, and the throw is not in time. It is an infield single for Brand, and you wonder if head coach Rob D'Amato will come out with a pinch runner, and yep, here he comes. So the pinch runner is Chaz Fee. And now Luke Bossard is the batter. Runner at first. The winning run is at first for Albia. 1 out in the inning, and here is Luke Bossard. He is 1 for 3. He has an RBI single. And the pitch. Strike right down Broadway, right at the knees. 0-1. Bossard's RBI single in the 3rd tied things at 2, back in the 3rd. And we stayed knotted up until the bottom of the 6th when Albia came across with a run. That pitch almost got away from Tharp and hit Bossard. Instead, it's 1-1. Albia scored a run in the 6th to take a 3-2 lead. Davis County pushed across a run in the top of the 7th to tie the game at 3, and that's where we stand now. Runner at first, 1 out. 1-1 pitch coming to Bossard from Tharp. That's low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gage Wilson waits on deck. And now the 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. It's taken for a ball. The throw to second is not in time. It was a high throw, but the Cry couldn't quite get the tag down. So Chaz Fee takes second on the steal. The winning run is now in scoring position. The count is 3-1 to Bossard, and the pitch. Inside, ball 4. So now Tharp looking to wiggle out of this jam. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Here comes Todd White, the head coach of Davis County, to talk to his pitcher, Tharp. So Wilson. Davis County, make that 5-5 on the season, 3-3 in South Central Conference play as they look to get above the 500 mark, but they need to keep Albia off the board here in the bottom of the 7th. Davis County Baseball is brought to you by William Penn University. It's the place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. And Citizens Mutual. Don't forget you can also watch the Mustang games on CMTV Channel 9. Now Gage Wilson will bat. Davis County looked to turn 2. Wilson is 1 for 2. Make that 1 for 3 with an RBI. Bossard thought about swinging. He thought better of it and takes ball 1. Tharp takes a peek at second and comes home with the 1-0, and another pitch low and inside for ball 2. He walked the previous batter, and now he has Wilson at 2-0. Tharp throws that one a bit high, perhaps overcompensating, and now the count is 3-0. You figure Wilson will take here with the count 3-0 and runners at first and second. The pitch, ball 4. Bases loaded, 1 out. And now Barrett Bonnet comes to hit.
Got hit by a pitch last inning, grounded out to the third baseman and to the pitcher.
Head coach Todd White comes out, and we may see ourselves a different pitcher. So Kay Tharp will give way to a new Davis County pitcher. It's going to be Trevor Slayton, actually. Oh, goodness. So we will see Trevor Slayton, but let's take a break for a pitching change here in Albia on the Autumn Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Trevor Slayton's a new pitcher, and he throws ball 1 to Barrett Bonnet. Bases loaded, 1 out. Albia, and now he looks at strike 1. We're tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Albia has the winning run 90 feet away. Infield is in. The 1-1 is a fastball up high for ball 2. Slayton comes home with the next pitch. It's right to Slayton. He goes to home for 1 to throw to first. A double play. 1, 2, 3 on the twin killing, and we will go to extra innings. Free baseball coming up here in Albia. Davis County 3, Albia 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Free baseball here in Albia. Davis County wiggling out of a bases-loaded one-out jam. And Trevor Slayton, who you figure was going to be the starter in Game 2, and he's probably still could be, as he only had to throw 3 pitches. But he induced a 1-2-3 double play from Bear Bonnet to get out of the inning, and Draven DeCry will start things off here in the top of the 8th. DeCry looking for his first hit of the night. He is 0 for 3. And he swings and fouls that one at the plate to make the count 0-1. DeCry popped out in the foul territory in the second, struck out looking in the third, and flew out in the fourth. Make that the 5th. Ground ball, seeing eye single into left field for a base hit. There's the first hit for DeCry. And he will look to perhaps run. So here's Caden Hill. He started off pitching. Now he is not behind the plate catching. So far he is 1 for 3, and the first pitch is taken for strike 1. DeCry is a threat to steal at first base. Wilson comes to the stretch. The runner goes. It gets past Bonnet, so it'll be an easy steal. DeCry motors towards third, and he will be in safely. Call that a stolen base. Wild pitch. Well, now our runner's at third with nobody out for Caden Hill. Infield comes in. Grounded up the middle. Gobbled up by DeMoss' shortstop. Hill is thrown out, but DeCry comes in to score, and Davis County has a 4-3 lead. Hill just gets it in play, drives in the go-ahead run, and now here is Isaac Kramer, the DH. Kramer 0 for 2 with a walk. And the first pitch from Wilson is taken low and outside for ball 1. What was threatening dark skies to begin the game has parted to now just a partly cloudy day, and the sun shining. 0-1's down low. Make that the 1-0 is down low, making the count 2 balls and no strikes. Kramer's awfully aggressive. Wouldn't be surprised if he came out of his shoes on his 2-0 pitch. Ooh, he got fooled on the off-speed offering, making it 2 balls and 1 strike. And now the 2-1. Popped up on the infield. Ranging over is Robertson, the second baseman, and he makes the basket catch. Nope, it's a fair ball. It went off his glove. Thought he made the catch, but instead it popped out of his glove. And it turns out to be, it will be called an E4 up here at the box.
Tough play there for Jamison Robertson, as that wind makes it havoc for what sometimes would be.
That's Clay Collier now at the plate.
In this game of baseball, Dan,
and he will bat for Logan Hale. Gage Wilson comes home. He reached for that one and pops it into the left field. Brand makes a basket catch. 2 outs.
boy, a shoestring catch as well. That ball, again, folks, the wind is really strong.
Beg your pardon. That's, 2 outs. I was right.
Left field, it was bringing it back in. And Brand did a good job.
So Garl Norman now comes in. He looks for his first hit of the night. Swing and a miss by Norman. And it's strike 1. Kramer takes his lead from first. And now the 0-1 to Norman. Grounded to second. DeMoss will throw all the way to first, and it's in time. And that will do it. But Davis County does score a run on a hit. 1 error with a man left. And now, can they hold Albia? Stick around and find out. It's Davis County 4, Albia 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Trevor Slayton will stay in the game for Davis County to try to shut the door here in the bottom of the 8th. It is 4-3 Mustangs. Jamison Robertson will bat to lead things off for Albia, and he looks at strike 1. It took just 3 pitches for Slayton to get out of that bottom of the 7th jam. Bases loaded, 1 out. And the 0-1. Chop to short. Smolik gets a big hop, throws to first, and there's 1 out.
Right up to the shortstop's glove, and that will be out number 1.
So that brings up Eli Smith. He would start off as a DH, then went out to the field, and then went to the mound. And now it's back out in the field. And the first pitch to Eli is a fastball right down Broadway for strike 1. Slayton with the 0-1. Fastball high. Shows you how important this is to head coach Todd White going with his ace to try to close this one out. Swing and a miss. He waved at that offering. Looked like that might have been a changeup from Slayton, making it 1-2. And now the 1-2. Fastball high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slayton's a quick worker, so he just gets the ball and goes. And now he's ready with the 2-2 to Smith. Slap to first. Hale calls off Slayton and steps on the bag himself. 2 outs. Jaden Hugan represents the last chance for Albia. Base is empty, 2 outs. First pitch from Slayton. Popped up. Shallow right center. Bennett will make the catch, and the Stangs win. The Stangs win. The Mustangs win it by the final score of 4-3 in 8 innings. So it took extra innings again, but Davis County comes away with the win here in Game 1 of our doubleheader. We'll take a break and talk to you all about it. Davis County 43 winners on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Game 1 is in the books between Davis County and Albia, and the Mustangs prevail by the final score of 4-3 in 8 innings. Davis County with 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors with 8 men left on base. Albia with 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on. Winning pitcher Trevor Slayton, who came in relief, came in a jam, induced a double play, and then pitched a perfect 8th inning, 1 2/3 for the win. He is now 2-0. Losing pitcher is Gage Wilson. He is 1-1. Time of the game: 2 hours and 6 minutes, and really it was a seesaw battle. Albia scored a run in the first inning, thanks to an RBI single by Gage Wilson. Davis County tied it at 1 on a sacrifice fly by Noah Smolik. And then Davis County took the lead 2-1 in the third when Caden Glosser scored on a wild pitch. Albia tied it at 3 at the bottom of the third when Luke Bossard knocked in Nathaniel Wynn with a base hit. Then we stayed tied at 3 as Edison Goodlow, who was good, as well as Caden Hill, both were good. They both traded zeros until we got to the bottom of the 6th, and Albia pushed a run across to make it 3-2. Thanks to a fielder's choice, it was a weird play. The bases were loaded. There was 1 out. No, actually, there were none out. Eli Smith was at the plate. He hit a bloop, what looked like a bloop single in the center. Wilson came in to score. However, the runner from third was actually a runner at second, didn't advance to third, so we got thrown out at third. Turned out to be a RBI fielder's choice that gave Albia a 4-3 lead. And then at the top of the 7th, Davis County pushed across a run when Bennett scored on a wild pitch. And then Draven DeCry in the inning number 8 hit a ground single into the left field, stole second, advanced to third thanks to a wild pitch, and then scored on an RBI ground out by Caden Hill. And with Slayton closing the door, that gave Davis County the 4-3 win. So as you see, the Albia players and coaches are getting the field ready for Game 2 here at the Monroe County Sports Complex. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back for game number 2. But the final score of game number 1, Davis County 4, Albia 3 in 8 innings. Davis County with the win. They improved to 6-5 on the season, 4-3 in South Central Conference play. With the loss, Albia drops to 2-12, and their South Central Conference mark is now 2-9. Thank you for making this a part of your Friday evening. Don't go anywhere. Game 2 is right around the corner, and we'll bring all the action to you here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network coming up next. For just momentarily, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Albia, and thank you for watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.